Hello, Libra Collective. Schoolhouse Intuitive here with your weekly reading for around May 19th to the 25th. This is a general reading for all placements of Libra. You could find it resonates for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra, and all areas of life, really, any area of life. Love, career, money, well-being. Let's see what we have for you. This is the Celestial Angel Numbers deck by Midnight Oracle. Let's see what we have for you. Not wanting to come out yet. All right. We're starting off with angel numbers, actually. So you have 50-50. Make progress. Becoming your highest self. Taking steps. Breakthrough. Personal growth. Advanced. So what have you got going on here, Libra? Let's see. We also have important shift, 9999. My goodness, we are in a 9-year of shedding with the snake. Overcoming the challenges, mastering wisdom, discovery, spiritual journey, blessings. All right. So what else do we have? An important shift. We're making progress. Maybe you're making progress, bringing something to closure or implementing something even. You have 5555. Fully commit. So this is a test of your loyalty, desires, dreams, ambitions, growth. Interesting. Okay. And one more. Life balance, card 6. So supported on all levels, material and spiritual goals. Family time, thriving, empathy. All right, Libra. Let's use the Fairy Tale Tarot deck by Lamucci Design. Here's the box. I'm still trying to get used to this new camera angle. It's so that you actually, so I had to change my setup a little bit so you actually have higher resolution videos, but that means that I can't see myself. It's a long story, having to do with an iPad. But anyway, so let's see what we have for Libra. So I'm hoping this is... I'm just getting the hang of it still, so hopefully you can still see like cards when I hold them up, okay? Because I'm trying to see exactly where I should get them. All right, let's see. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Great way to start a Libra reading with Justice here. So this is our card. Justice. Making progress with regard to justice, maybe. Bottom of the deck, you have the lovely Sun card. Oh, this is good so far. Oh my gosh. Underneath, you have the Moon. This is like eclipse energy. Okay, so what a way to start out. One more. Okay, we'll get into all of this. And then, of course, well, we have the Five of Wands. And that's what's clarifying life balance here. So I do feel as though you could be dealing with some sort of difficulty as far as teamwork, maybe someone not doing their part. You could also have some sort of internal conflict going on. I read this one as an internal conflict as well. You may just be, torn on something, really trying to use your intuition here with the Moon card and the Sun. I feel for some of you, you are trying to get greater awareness or insight into a particular situation. The Moon card, there could be. I'm actually getting for some of you going kind of like around and around in circles with a potential idea or person even. You could really be trying to figure how something factors in or doesn't. So I also get, definitely overcoming some sort of fears here with the moon card, and also with the Sun here. There is something here about, maybe being in the spotlight a bit with something. It's not generally a in the spotlight card, but I'm actually seeing it as that. It could be that you've been sort of, well, I don't want to say recluse, but maybe you have been maybe you've been like working from home and now you're going to get a job outside of the house, that sort of thing. Maybe you're also shedding a little light on a really important like health issue, or deciding to address it. So only take what resonates. Always use your intuition first and foremost. These are general readings. They're not going to resonate for everyone, particularly in a 40-minute video like this. It's really not going to resonate for everyone, everything I say. But I do feel that, if you're drawn to this reading, there's something here for you. With the Justice card, too, I do feel like in the Sun card, I'm getting kind of leap of faith energy, and you're just gonna. It's like you may have a certain challenge in like going on in a particular area. Like, for example, you might know that okay, so maybe this is just a little scenario. You might want to get a job like outside of your comfort zone, right? Something maybe you haven't done, but you have like a weakness or a challenge when it comes to like Excel document, or spreadsheets, or like technology or something. But you have all these other skills. I get for some of you that you're going to like take that leap of faith anyway, even though you don't necessarily know exactly where something's going. Um, I feel like you're gonna do it anyway. Like and that could be part of the thing that you're like struggling with right now. So again, only take what resonates. But the Justice card, yeah, I feel like you're weighing things out, like almost like the pros and cons of doing something in particular. And it doesn't have to be the example I gave, but it's like kind of like figuring, weighing things out and kind of like deciding that the pros maybe outweigh the cons in a certain situation, and then taking a leap of faith towards something that maybe, and I feel as though it could be that you are having a hard time like deciding if you should make this important shift and commit fully. So I know I get a lot off just a few cards, but that's how we roll here. Okay. Oh my goodness, you have the Magician. So this is excellent for whatever it is you are trying to manifest. Even if it is, getting your courage up that you're trying to get. Now, with the Magician card, you can see they have all four suits on the card. They have all four wands, and I'm getting that again, it's like you're kind of measuring, like, how do I measure up, or how does my skill set or measure up with something, or often my readings do have to do with career stuff, life goal, life purpose, not just romance like a lot of other channels. It's definitely that can come into it a little bit, but it's mostly it's all about you, honestly. Like every reading's all about you. So it's like how you're doing. So I feel as though how some of you are doing is like kind of back and forth, weighing options, trying to figure out how certain things will factor into an equation if you make this important shift. There's that. And then you have the Three of Wands. Yeah, as I said, I think I'm on the right track here for a lot of you, because we have the Three of Wands, and that is about going outside of your comfort zone in order to, meet your ships that are coming in. Which in this card, the ships coming in, that's someone who has chartered those ships. It's not like they just happen to be there. This is someone who has taken some action and is prepared to take some action. Going forward. And I think, with a Magician, it is about active focus, manifestation, your creation. Whoa. And also your resourcefulness. There's definitely something here about resources and resource management. What else do we have? I just heard someone say, count me in. So it could be too, some of you wanting to be included in something, or someone in your energy wanting to be included. Hierophant, yeah. This is a blessing. And this is Taurus energy here with the Hierophant, and it's another 5, and you have 5555, and you also started off with 5050. So this is change. This is certainly moving on into. I feel for some of you, you're going to find your almost like a sweet spot. I'm hearing. Kind of like you're going to find that balance, whatever kind of balance and shift you're hoping to make. I do feel that you're going to be able to find something, or yeah, it's because there's organization too here off this Hierophant card. There's overcoming some sort of challenge. This is also, wisdom, your own wisdom factoring in, or the wisdom of someone that you respect. There's like an awareness that you may not have all the information or all the answers even. So I am getting that, and being able to tap into resources and like find what it is you need in order to move forward. Okay, let's see what else. Oh my goodness, the Ace of Wands. Now, when I saw the Three of Wands, I was thinking to myself, well, in order to really even get to the Three of Wands, we have that Ace of Wands that comes in before it, So I feel like some of you are taking action towards something that you maybe became aware of. Maybe you became aware of, a certain job opening or a certain apartment that's about to open up and you want to switch apartments, or maybe I feel like there's been an awareness when it comes to connecting you to a resource you're going to need. Let's see what else we got. I'm hearing the name Kendra, and a name like Gorman or Gordon, something like that. Gardenia, even. I know there's a flower gardenia, but I'm getting like gardenia, a name like that. And I'm getting lynx cat, the lynx. Maybe you have a connection to that. I think that came up in a reading recently, even. Lynx. Oh my goodness. And what do you know? Here it is yet again in another reading. Judgment. Okay. So we cannot seem to get away from that. This is the wake up call era for us. This is overcoming our fears here with that Moon card. This is about you needing to take a stand maybe on something too, and like make a final decision. Okay, it's not, yeah, it's like, the people here rising from their coffins. This is like your time for rebirth. For some of you, I am getting to a little bit of like someone may try to apologize for you, or you may feel an apology is due. Let's see. You're going to be hearing from somebody. I can tell you that you're hearing from something or somebody. If a decision's been made, or if it could, yeah, I feel as though for some of you, that's when there could be some sort of like conflict almost with that like Five of Wands. It's almost like you were really set and you made up your mind, and then you talk about it with somebody, and they like, I'm even getting Capricorn energy right now. But I'm getting like you talk to them, and then it changes your mind all over again. Like you were pretty set and you were pretty excited maybe about something, and then something that somebody says or something you come across gets your attention and kind of distracts you. And I don't think it's going to totally throw you off course or anything, but I feel like it's just sort of like a nuisance. It could just be to something you weren't really expecting coming in. Now, generally, I don't get that off the Judgment card, but I am getting that right now for this. And I feel like you're going to have to be strong, Libra. You're going to have to be resilient and just stick to your plan, if that's what you really wanted to do, and not let something or someone, like just, I'm almost getting this is an energy too that like is here. They're here one minute and gone the next. It's like a fleeting energy. So either it's something that comes in that's fleeting and not a big deal and you're back on track, or it's someone who has been in and out of your energy. But so that could happen yet again this week. Yeah, boy, here we go. Yep, there it is, the Lovers card. So it could be, so you have Gemini energy, and you know what they say with the Gemini and the twins, and no offense to any Geminis out there, but they do say you never know what you're going to get sometimes. Like, are you going to get this twin or that twin? And I don't think that's really like a nice thing to say about an entire zodiac sign, but it could be that there's an energy maybe in the past that you've been interacting with. It could be a person, maybe a Gemini, or someone that you did have a love relationship with. I don't always read the Lovers card as love, though. I don't. I usually read it as choice, as something aligning for you. Union, yes, harmony, partnership, maybe. You trusting in in the divine, even with the angelic wings here that are always featured in the card. But funny enough, bottom of the deck, the star card, also like trusting the divine, you know, and rejuvenation, rebuilding. It's like you getting that divine inspiration, that clarity that you need, and being your own healer, being your own source of wisdom too, is what I'm getting off that card right now for this reading. But with the Lovers card, I do feel this is something you've already like healed from, or again, it's an energy that's sort of fleeting, and it can be someone who you have had ups and downs with. Okay. Um, like when it's good, it's good. When it's great, it's great. And then when it's not great, it's really bad, kind of thing. So that's just for some of you. And it could throw a little bit of a like curveball into plans. And if it's not an actual person, it could just be something else, like another option that maybe you hadn't considered. And you're like, oh, wait, but would that be better? So, all right, let's see what else. So, Star card. Oh, I love seeing that. Getting a little more, yeah, like a mixing of different energies, or it's the same person, even maybe having like mood stuff. I don't know. Making up their mind is challenging. All right, we have the Page of Wands, though. You are going to get some sort of message of like excitement, you know, inspiration, maybe even. It could make you want to start a new project or head in a certain direction. So I feel like you're getting excited about potential options here. So there is something to be celebrated. Okay. Oh, we have the Eight of Swords here. So some of you could still, you know, be feeling as though, I'm just getting like the round and round kind of energy. And also for some of you, you could be feeling as though something is just like it's not worth the level of stress that's coming with it. For the Eight of Swords, it can be sort of like falsely imprisoning oneself, you know, with sort of the worry, the like feeling stuck when you're not. It's like self-imposed restrictions, basically. You could be letting your again, like sort of if say it's a job and you don't have one particular skill, but you have like 10 others. It's like focusing on, you know, that one area of challenge and then not trying because of that. So you want to make sure that you're being, you know, you're honestly assessing yourself, and as though you would want to be assessed fairly, right, by someone. So it's like kind of talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend, or the way you'd want someone else to talk to you. Like, why do we talk so mean to ourselves? We talk so badly about ourselves to ourselves. You have the Two of Cups. Not surprised. We have the Lovers card. They almost always come out together. So yeah, there's could be some sort of soulmate partnership, but I feel as though this is actually having to do with, I'm hearing intuitively, a duty of healing. As though for some of you, either you're taking responsibility for your own healing and happiness and health, well-being, or you're taking responsibility for someone else's. Maybe you're connected to healing or the medical field in general. So now you have your second card that has the angelic wings in it. Actually third, because you have Judgment, you have Two of Cups, and you have Lovers. See how they all have the wings over, see there and here and here. So now you have all of these, you know, it's like the divine is really overseeing this. So it does feel like something is kind of being divinely orchestrated here. A fated return, I'm hearing. So either you're returning back to something, or something's being returned to you that you lost or that you gave up, even that was something that you want back. So there is some sort of fated return. Maybe it's a person, don't know. That's going to depend on your situation. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah, something's being delivered to you, and it's just in the right timing. Okay, it's for this new chapter of yours with the Knight of Pentacles. This is something that you can trust. Okay, this is something reliable. This is a result of steady progress. So if you do make a shift and you fully decide you're committing, as that card at the top says there, you know, make sure that it's like just know that your loyalty could be tested, or how much you want something could be tested. So you'll want to make sure you give yourself, just know that that could happen. You know, that there could be something comes in that kind of tests how badly you want something. And it's like, don't let it shake you too much, you know, because you don't want to get thrown off track. You have the Four of Cups here. Yeah, this is someone who could be, yes, they can be not so happy with the choices necessarily coming in, but you know, bored, dissatisfied, like just aloof, even a very like apathetic energy. But what's different about this Four of Cups is they're actually, in the traditional Four of Cups, they're not even taking it or even seeing it. And in this Four of Cups, they're taking it and they are considering it. It's like they're actually, it's a slightly different spin on it. So I feel as though what's key, though, being the Suit of Cups, is it's going to be how you feel. And that's another reason why I think you have things like, you know, Judgment card, Star card, even Justice. You are the ultimate decider. You're the magician too. You're the one behind the curtain, behind the scenes, but also the star of the show. You're like doing everything. And so for some of you, you may feel as though you really are doing everything in a particular situation. But with the Four of Cups, it's really important you use your own intuition and go with how you feel. How does something feel to you? If you're undecided in your brain, you know, how do you actually feel about it? And for some of you, you need to be reminded you're not truly stuck. Some of you, yeah, you might say you're stuck, and there's nothing I can say that's going to change your perception of that. But for others of you, I'm here to remind you you're not stuck. You actually have more strengths than challenges when it comes to a certain situation. Page of Swords coming in. Now you have another page in your reading, and this one is like needing to maybe learn something. Even it's on top of the other page, so it could also be two younger people or two people that are young at heart. It could be you and someone else. Even it could be you deciding if you want to give something a chance with a particular person. Even court cards can be people, but I don't usually read them as that in a general reading. In a personal reading, yes, but not necessarily in a general reading. It's more the that sort of I feel for this, it's going to be more curiosity, you know, like wanting to know the truth. Even I get very much a truth seeking energy with this particular card. Let's see what else we get for the Libra collective. Libra, if you're interested in your other signs, I do have a second channel, and my regulars, I'm sorry you have to hear this every reading, but it's called Mantic Mystic Messages. And there it is on your screen right now, Mantic Mystic Messages. And that's where you can check out all of your placements. I do sign-specific readings there, as well as a general collective reading for the week, and then I pull cards within that for each sign. Anyway, oh, you have a clump that came out. So we have, this is really weird, but I'm getting, when I said clump, they actually were giving me like cottage cheese. So I don't know if you eat that or if you're totally repulsed by it, as I am, but yeah, I was getting something about cottage cheese. So yeah. All right, so we have Ace of Cups here. Look what's being delivered to you, Libra. Ace of Cups. This is beautiful, and that's what's clarifying that. Two of Cups now, and then you have a Three of Cups and Five of Cups. And focus on areas you can grow, things you can change. You see this? Look at this card. This is like, one cup has something growing in it. One has potential. There's nothing in it. This has potential too, though. And then three that are spilled, but this person's really kind of not really tuning in. So again, make sure you're tuning into what's going right, what's going well, because from that you can grow. You can have something here to celebrate, actually, from the two cups that are there. And you've got three cups. You've got one cup, two, three, and then three here. I mean, that's six cups. But for real, you do have. Remember, I think I did say there was something to celebrate. I said that a little bit ago in this reading. So there is something to celebrate here, possibly after a loss. Like I said, it could be the return of something, or something better comes in as a result of losing something else. So what else do we have? I'm getting the name Donna. or even Madonna. Getting like a stingray or even an insect bite. So there's something intuitively about that coming in. Now you have the 10 of Wands, and this could be burdens, feeling like there's just a whole lot of weight on you, a lot of duty, a lot of stress, a lot of responsibility, obligation. This is a, feeling as though, but look at how I want to, in this particular card, this person's really quite upright still. They're not hunched over. It's like whatever this is, again, like I said, you can handle this responsibility. You can handle it. That's, again, I'm going back to fully commit. 5555 555. Yeah, I'm still counting on my fingers. But yeah, so the 10 of Wands, and you can see the home is very, you're getting there. The person's almost there. They're actually well prepared. They have this, the like cardigan slash jacket with the hood, and I feel like because they were prepared, they were able to handle something. So if you have, like, say you have a big test coming up or something coming up, be prepared. Be prepared for whatever could happen, could come your way with it, and you'll be okay. You'll be all set. Oh, you have the Hanged Man here. Yeah. So this is getting another perspective, getting shifting your perspective. All right, and getting a new, looking at something from a new viewpoint, a new vantage point here. Yeah, you could get two different messages that come in and give you some clarity. I'm hearing dishes right now, like dishes in a cabinet or cupboard. So I'm hearing that. Some of you could feel too as though, like, so I do channel. If you haven't noticed, I do channel messages. But I'm getting like spirits, or someone's trying to, maybe in the other realm is trying to, or another realm is trying to contact you, and they're like making noises like clinking and things, maybe in the kitchen or another place where you might have things like dishes or glassware, knickknacks, things that might clink. I'm getting that you're actually hearing those sounds. And so if you came to this reading and you're wondering if someone's trying to contact you, and they're doing so by like making noise in the kitchen or something, or you're hearing almost like, like that, I feel as though this could be a confirmation for you. Always use your intuition first with that, but I do feel like you are getting maybe visited. So feel free to drop a comment if you'd like to share your story. All right, 9 of Swords. Okay, for the second time, I'm getting insects. Now I'm getting insecticide. So either you have like a literal pest, like that you're dealing with right now, bugs, bug bites, something, even a rash, I guess. But so the 9 of Swords here, bed bugs, maybe. I mean, there's something here with bugs that I'm getting, and it's not something I would commonly get. Or it could be something that's very pesky and annoying, like an annoying person. So just be prepared. It's like, if you're going out, wear bug spray if you believe in that. I mean, there's all kinds of natural things you can wear now. It doesn't have to be toxic, but do be careful around animals with those kinds of like essential oils and things. That's another thing I do want to remind you. For those of us who have essential oils and who have cats, cats do not have, I don't think it's the enzymes. I think they can't metabolize the molecules that are like diffused in when you're diffusing essential oils. So you want to be very careful about I would not recommend diffusing oil in a diffuser around a cat. They cannot, their systems cannot handle it. The molecules are too big for them to effectively metabolize. So that's just sort of a little public service announcement there as a cat lover, and someone who actually had a cat who had issues because of essential oil diffusion. And that's how I learned about it. So yeah, so you want to be careful with that. So anyway, 9 of Swords, I feel as though, yes, this is definitely the Nightmare card, and there could be even, I mean, you may be finding yourself like crying at night or waking up crying, or actually I'm getting waking up in sweats, like sweating. Um, and wondering if something's going to stop. Like, when is it going to stop? So there's something here too, even about like, could be, I'm getting water damage, or being worried about that. Being worried about when something's going to pass, like when will this storm pass? And it can be a literal storm, or it can be a metaphor, as a lot of things are in tarot. But I am getting that it's sort of, or you're catching yourself going down that same road again mentally, and like wanting to put an end to it. So there's something with that. And of course, do seek professional help. Tarot is not a substitute if you do in fact need some sort of professional help. So anything else? Let's see what else we have. All right, so I'm getting I'm getting the word rodent. So again, either you're dealing with an infestation, or you could have somebody bothering you, like just really bothering you. And I'm picking up on that in this reading. I pick up on energies, not just yours, but even energy around you. So it can be that too. You have the Emperor here in reverse. Okay, someone is trying to steal your authority over your own life with this card. That's only if you already know that. Okay, so like you could be dealing with someone who's controlling. I don't generally have cards that are in the reverse. I read them when they come out, and they're like extra important, because generally I turn my cards right side up, because that's just how I am. It could be my own little need for, it could be the Virgo in me. I don't know. I have a little bit of Virgo there. But anyway, the Emperor in reverse. So when I get a card in reverse, I really pay attention to it. This is someone who's like, can be cold, can be dominating, could be greedy, angry. This is someone who likes to have full control and full power, and they kind of freak out when they don't. So this is an energy you could be dealing with right now, or, or you're feeling as though you're losing control or something. So that's that. And it could be too a reminder to get better control of our resources when I see it in reverse like that. This is someone who also, you may need a plan. You may need more of a solid plan. If the Emperor is in reverse, sometimes it's like you just don't have the structure that's required maybe to make a big shift or to fully commit. So there is something here about that. What else do we have? Okay, they want to come out together. I'll allow that. I'll allow it. You have Knight of Cups and 10 of Cups. Okay, so the Knight of Cups is it could, so now you have another Knight. So you have a lot of people in this reading. So there could just be a lot of influences. A lot of people influencing your life right now, or you're feeling as though your life's being influenced by factors outside yourself. But anyway, with the Knight of Cups, generally it can be someone who's charming, but it could also be following your heart in some way. Could also be a proposal of something that you're going to love, something you love coming in maybe. And you also have that 10 of Cups, and I feel as though it's going to start this all. So you have, okay. So, wow, one loud and clear message they're getting right now. Is it all, do you know that quote? Is it Confucius? Confucius, like the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Is it Confucius? I think so. Well, anyway, that's what they're letting me know right now, that if you want this 10 of Cups, you got to grab this Ace of Cups when it comes your way. So grab onto opportunities that come your way at this time, because that could be what you need. And don't be afraid to start small. Don't be afraid to be new at something, to put yourself in that sort of page, novice energy. Get excited. Like the Knights, they're excited about their suit. That's the Knights. They kind of embody, that energy of the suit. They really are like, they're excited for their suit. That's how I look at the Knights. So when I say suit, I mean Wands, Swords, Pentacles, Cups. Like they're the ones who are kind of what I say is like gung ho. Like the Knight of Pentacles really wants to work hard and is dependable. Like they really are. They showcase the strengths, I feel, of the suit, but they can also showcase what isn't so great about that suit, um, so anyway, like Vanity, for example, for the Knight of Cups, or perfectionism even for the Knight of Pentacles. But that's just my take on it. So anyway, um, let's see what else we have. The knights can be, the court cards are interesting. They can be really read so many different ways. Out of all the although the cards in a tarot deck, the court cards can be the most challenging to read, according to, well, a lot of readers would agree with that. And I think, yeah, it was probably harder for me to learn them as well. But anyway, let's see what else we have. Let me know what you think about the court cards, or if you have a certain interpretation, as far as knights and pages, or even kings, queens, whatever you want to share, if it's helpful. It's like, there's, again, it's start with the baby steps. Start small. If you want to have a channel, like, make a few short videos, not necessarily shorts like, the 1 minute shorts, but try it out a little bit, make a few little ones, play around with whatever first. Start small and go from there. You don't have to start out with 40-minute videos, with fancy editing and all that. Like, start with what you have, but start now, like, make a decision. And that's just it, is it's like, you need to make there's an important shift coming in, almost like regardless, and it's going to lead to a better balance in your life, a happier, more fulfilling life. But you have to commit. You have to decide what it is you want, and that's going to come from within. And you have the Seven of Swords here. So, for some of you, I call this the picking up your toys and going. I'm going to pick up my toys and go. Like, that's it. I don't like the way someone's playing. They're not being honest. I'm going to pick up my toys and go. I don't want to play with you anymore. That's what I get. Again, my own little, maybe I'll do my own tarot course someday, but that's one thing with the Seven of Swords that I get is, it's like, kind of like, almost like you've been tested too many times and something's not a game to you, and you're heading out, picking up your toys and going. You're walking away. So some of you could literally be walking away from a situation where it felt like a joke. You have Strength card here, so it's kind of self-explanatory, but there's also an element here of self-respect and compassion and courage, and, having compassion for yourself and others, and being like, you know what, I deserve something better than this. So having the strength to follow through. I want to let you know you have the two cards that feature the infinity symbol. So you have a lot of opportunities, This is like, there's enough to go around with something too. So I'm getting like, don't worry about the competition either. If you're wanting to try and start something new, who cares if 10 other people are doing the exact same thing in your area? Maybe you're going to be the best one, or maybe you're going to be the one who, everybody likes because the way you do it, So there's that message coming with it too. Leo energy coming in with that. What else do we have? Your dedication is going to pay off. And this card I saw on the bottom of the deck a little bit when I was shuffling, a couple times actually, but didn't actually come out. So it's the Queen of Pentacles. And as I mentioned early in the reading, it is about your resources here. This is the Queen of Pentacles is, I love seeing this after that Emperor in reverse, because the Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor can be like a father figure, paternal energy, and the Queen of Pentacles is like the maternal. It's like the nurturing of things, the security, the practicality, comforts, enjoying what they have, knowing how to take good care of their resources, where an Emperor in reverse is like the opposite almost. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, again, nurturing, whereas an Emperor in reverse would be like just flat out like controlling and cold and nothing good there. The Queen of Pentacles is warm, and and if you were to go to their home, it would be you'd smell like, a pie baking, and there'd be fresh cut flowers on the table, and the cushions on their sofa would be just like velvety and plush, and, just everything's like, just all of the comforts, like the best tasting food when you go to their house. And it's just like, the nicely painted fence, and yeah, it's like, it's all good stuff. It's like, just you can, and it's someone you can trust, and maybe they like make their own stuff, and it makes me even think of like grandma. So there's, maybe you are a grandmother, or about to be, but there's something here about you providing those comforts for yourself, and with what you have where you are, and also knowing that you yourself, male, female, doesn't matter, you're that queen. You're the one who can provide that stability for you. You don't need anyone else to do that for you. This is about this person. They have it under control. They're like the ultimate, kind of matriarch of the family, or of the of your home, whatever. It's a fertile energy of, again, a very resourceful. This is a really good energy. I like it. It shows me that you do have what it takes to make something a reality for yourself, but don't overwhelm yourself. Start small, right? Start with what you have where you are. Let's get some messages from our guides and from spirit. So this is I think it's the Spirit Messages Oracle. Fabulous. By John Holland. What do we have for the Libra collective? Relationships. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. That connects to the Strength card. As I said, compassion for yourself and others. And there it is. And next we have, you'll notice it's green, like the heart chakra color. I'm picking up on an energy right now. I'm seeing like a loose handle or a loose doorknob or something. I guess it could be a hinge too, but it's getting like a hand, like a door, a doorknob, or a lock. You have to kind of jiggle it to get it to work. Maybe you've been meaning to like get a new key or a new doorknob or something, because you always have to like jiggle it to get it to unlock. So there's again, kind of like a sweet spot. They gave me the term before, sweet spot. I'm getting that again, almost like you have to kind of, you may feel as though you have to be pretty delicate and with a certain situation or a person right now. So that's coming in. I'm also getting tulips. We have gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Think about that infinity circle, or sign, right? The infinity, it's just endless loop, of energy, of feedback. So be thankful for who and what's in your life. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, focus on gratitude. You'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Again, start with what you have where you are, right? Queen of Pentacles, even coming in. And there's for some too, there we're going back to Justice cards. So only be I think for some of you too, you're being really, it's going to be very clear to you, like what's causing a certain anxiety for you with the Moon card here, where the sphere is coming from, why you have it, so you can address it. That's what's great about the Sun card, is that comes in, you can address it. And a moon and a sun together, that's eclipse energy. So something's got to go. I feel like you're going to make sure of it. And especially if it's like something that's unbalanced, unfair, morally off, we realize that not everything is going to be like perfect balance and fair and just in life, right? And things just aren't necessarily. But at the same time, there needs to be some sort of give and take. And I feel like you're getting better at that, even if it's like with regard to, say, your life balance, for example. All right. Crystal of the week. Was trying to make the readings a little bit shorter. Let me know what you think about that, but this one is not one of them. So let's see. Angel Aura Quartz. Lighten up. Okay, lighten up. You could be that Emperor in reverse, kind of really serious, and just being too hard on yourself, when really you want to be more like the Strength card and be compassionate, and with the Queen of Pentacles, and really be nice to yourself. You have Loosen Your Grip with Amazonite. All right, and there it is. So lighten up and loosen your grip. Let's get one more. Rhodonite, find a way to forgive. And this goes for you too. Forgive yourself if you need to. Not going to hurt. You're not going to help yourself staying mad at yourself for something that is over and done with. Can't go back. Can only go forward. Let's get an abundant life card here for you. All the decks again in the description box, so you can check them out yourself. You have overwhelmed. Yeah, you had 10 of Wands. And so you have feeling overwhelmed at work can stem from having too much on your plate, or it being in high demand, requiring your constant attention. It may be a sign to prioritize a healthy work-life balance. My goodness, look at that. Completely different creators, different decks. You started out with life balance, and now you end up with overwhelmed, with needing to have a healthier life balance in general. What else do we have? You have veiled opportunities. And look at what it is. It's like the woman in the blindfold here, and it's kind of like that 8 of Swords, right? So this is a lot. It says there's a lot happening. You may not be recognizing valuable opportunities. We talked about that. You may be lacking essential information needed to make a decision. Hello, mentioned that. Pay attention to details and evaluate your options carefully. Definitely evaluate your options. Consider them all, okay? And consider, again, not just what you don't have or what something doesn't have. Consider the pros too. So again, I feel like for some of you, you're like, back to the drawing board, like you're getting out your pros and cons list, your T chart, as it's called. And you have a long-term view. Lovely emerald ring here. And it says, be conscious of what you're committing yourself to. Look at that. And you had committed. You had fully commit too at the beginning. Wow, this is amazing. Full circle, huh? So be conscious of what you're committing yourself to, as this could evolve into a long-term career opportunity, or you may need to commit to something in order to achieve the results you desire. So, all right. So I'm going to say not just what you're committing to, but like the way in which you're committing as well. Yeah, this could evolve into a long-term career opportunity. You may need to commit to something in order to achieve. Yeah, so again, if we want the 10 of Cups, we first have to take that Ace of Cups, grab hold, and as this is saying, fully commit. So if we want that big shift, we want to continue with our progress or have progress, we may need to be taking steps, maybe we don't feel necessarily prepared for, but sometimes we just have to dive in, I guess. But of course, only you, do what's best for you. Only when you're ready. And we kind of, we touched a little bit on relationships. Let's see what else we have. I feel like we need to go into more with the relationship stuff. Let's see what else. Let's see what we have for animal cards. I realize I'm looking at time now, and you probably don't want to be here for an hour, especially if it's a nice day wherever you are. But who knows? Maybe you do. All right. Coyote, stillness, throat chakra card 31. Take some time to rest and reconnect with your inner voice. Be still and listen. What is your inner wisdom revealing to you? Anything regarding your higher calling, maybe? And you have Hummingbird, card 51, reprogramming, soul star chakra. And where I live, hummingbirds do come in May. They've already arrived, so. It's time to clear unconscious programs that are holding you back. Connect with your cosmic self to receive a consciousness upgrade. So be still, listen to the inner wisdom, and yep, higher consciousness. We talked about that, how you're connecting to your own, inner wisdom, higher wisdom. So that's what I have for you. If you enjoyed this, do like, subscribe, please. Leave a comment. Consider becoming a member. I would appreciate it. That it's you get perks, bonus videos, things like that, and it's only $3.99 a month. So thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. And remember, Mantic Mystic Messages is another channel for all signs. Thanks. Take care.